welcome back to our channel. My name is Tasleem.
And my name's Tara. This is T&T Cooking, a beginner's guide to Indian and Pakistani cuisine.
Today we will be making something called Baingan ka Bharta. In English, it's translated to mashed eggplant.
Or mashed aubergine if you're joining us from across the pond.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna roast our eggplant in the air fryer. Let's get started. If you don't have an air fryer, you can roast this eggplant in the oven as well. So we're gonna just lay the eggplants in the air fryer and coat it with some olive oil. Check my recipe. We're gonna just coat this with lots of olive oil.
So lots of olive oil, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons.
About 5.
About 5. Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, that looks good. Brush it evenly.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna put this in the air fryer at roast for 350 degrees for 15 minutes.
Okay. Back in here and roast. And just click start. And we'll let it go and do its magic.
Okay, we'll see you in 15 minutes.
So while the eggplant is roasting, we're going to start working on the other half of the recipe. You can wait till your eggplant's done, or you can start while your eggplant's roasting as well.
To save time. I have 1/3 cup oil here.
Yeah.
Okay, Tira, once the oil is heated warm, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon mustard seeds.
Right.
We're gonna let this cook until they start popping.
Okay. And so once they stop popping, we move on to the next step.
Yes, that's how you know they're ready. And then you will be able to also smell them.
Great.
See that? They're popping and it smells amazing. Tira, once they're done, they're done popping, so we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon cumin seeds.
Okay. And we add these at different times. Why do we do that? We got a few left in there.
If I were to add this at the same time as the mustard seeds, the cumin seed would burn by the time the mustard seeds are ready because the mustard seeds takes longer to cook. Okay. And I have here 1 medium-sized chopped onion.
All right. Break it up and coat it all in the oil.
Yes. We're gonna cook these onions until they're translucent.
So about how long does that take on medium heat?
10 minutes.
Okay.
10
Stirring
to 15
occasionally?
minutes, yes. Make sure you don't burn them. You do have to stir them occasionally. So Tira, while the onions are still cooking, the eggplant's ready. As you can see, it's perfectly nicely roasted. We're gonna let this cool before you smash it. While the eggplant is cooling, the onions are almost ready. At this point, we're gonna add our masalas.
Okay.
So Tira, here's the masala plate.
Great.
So Tira, I have 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon minced ginger, 1 teaspoon minced garlic, 1/2 teaspoon chili powder, and 1/2 teaspoon turmeric. We're gonna add all that in.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, those smells. It just got a lot more fragrant in here. Oh, and how long will that simmer?
We're gonna let the onions and the masalas cook for a minute, and then we're gonna add a tomato. I have 1 small chopped Roma tomato.
So about how long will the tomatoes need to simmer and get to know the onions?
I would say about 5 minutes. We're gonna cook this until the tomatoes are a little bit mushy.
Okay.
Okay, to save time while that's cooking, I think we can handle the eggplant. We're gonna mash the eggplant. So what you're gonna do is, Tira, here's a fork for you.
Okay.
You're just gonna peel off all the skin
It's really hot though.
and mash it. Oh, look at that. See how easily the skin is coming off? that's great. Okay, so Tira is just checking on the onions and the tomatoes. The eggplant is nicely peeled, and now we're just gonna mush it.
Just like mashing bananas, if you've ever done banana bread.
Yes, this is actually very therapeutic. So sometimes when you're mashing the eggplant, there'll be like a little bit of a hard part that's there. If that comes up, you can get rid of it or you can keep it. I typically get rid of it because I want my eggplant evenly mashed. The hard part is usually the end, Tira.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it?
Like the stem where it grows off the plant.
Yeah, the stem. Okay, Tira, I think the tomatoes are nicely mashed with the onions.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we can actually put all our eggplant in the pot.
All right. As we slide on in. Can we mix this all together?
Yep, just mix it. And it's actually almost cooked. This is a really simple recipe.
Okay, and after it's mixed, it simmers again for how long?
We're gonna cook this for another 5 more minutes, and then it should be done.
And we're still on medium heat?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tira, look at the colors. That looks beautiful.
It does.
So it's been about 5 minutes, and it's cooked. We will turn off the stove at this point. While the eggplant's still hot, we're gonna add in half a cup of chopped cilantro.
All right. Pull in every little bit. Stir this in.
Yes, just stir it in. Cilantro is usually added in any of the Indian and Pakistani cooking at the end. You can even add it while the food is warm or hot and the stove is off. It just gives a really nice aroma.
So it's more like a garnish in some dishes?
Yes.
It makes it look beautiful.
Don't you have an uncle who says it tastes like dish soap?
Yes, apparently not everyone tastes cilantro the same. And whenever he eats cilantro, he says it tastes like you've added dish soap to the salsa or whatever else he's eating. So if you have that same taste mutation, don't add cilantro. You don't have to have it, but if you enjoy it, add as much or as little as you like.
Yes. And so when your uncle comes here, don't add cilantro.
Yeah, we won't add any cilantro for him.
Okay, so this looks amazing. Let's try it.
Great. Still feels really hot.
All right, Tira, let's try this.
Great.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Smells great.
It smells really good.
Mmm. So flavorful.
I like the earthiness of the eggplant. It's very good. And you have
Yes.
a pop of the cilantro
Mm-hmm.
in there.
Do you taste the cumin seeds?
I do taste the cumin
Yes.
and spice level. We've had some feedback that many of these dishes are very spicy for what people normally eat. And apparently I can withstand a lot spicier food than the majority of my family and friends. So while this is a perfectly seasoned dish for me, especially spice-wise, you may want to begin by cutting in half the amount of chili powder,
Or none.
or not adding any, and building up to it. Because otherwise you might end up like my husband saying, "It's great, but I could only have 2 bites."
Yeah. But the eggplant, the mashed eggplant has so much flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So another video on our channel. Please comment and like and subscribe to our channel. And
We love having you here with us, and this is a quick vegetarian dish, and I think it took us less than a half hour.
correct, 15 minutes to roast and about 15 minutes to cook on the stove. So thank you for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.